Stop waiting for inspiration. You are creative. You just don't know it yet. I'm about to show you a process that'll help unlock your creativity today. No fluff, no BS, just results. Let's go. All right, guys, this is a simple exercise, but very powerful. And it's one of my favorite exercises that actually really helped me find my own creativity and to get back into painting and creating art regularly. So the first thing we want is, I use these Moleskine books, and this one's just watercolor. And I like this paper because I'm going to be working with watercolor. And so the paper is kind of thick, has a little bit of texture to it. So I just ordered this online. You can probably pick one up from your local art supply store. And then I just have a watercolor brush. This one's a little bit thicker. And then I like working with these Dr. Martens dyes. They're concentrated watercolors. You could use whatever you want. It can be any kind of watercolor, any kind of paint, really. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some of this on. For now, I'm going to put this on my table because I don't have a palette here. And this is going to be my paint I'm going to use. The other thing I'm going to use is I'm going to use one of these Signo ballpoint pens by Uniball. I love these. You could use any kind of pen you want. So first things first, I'm just going to go to a page and move this over so you can actually see. I'll try not to get my paint in there. I'm going to dunk my brush in some water just to kind of get the bristles a little bit loosened up. I'll get some of this paint, and then I'm just going to go to town. It doesn't matter what you paint, and it's just all about a process. So just going to kind of start putting in some random stuff in here. And we're not worried about judging this, what's good, what's bad. It doesn't matter. And in fact, I'm going to take some of this and just straight up squirt the dropper out of here and put some on here. And maybe I'll let this kind of run and do its thing and create some kind of uniqueness with that. Cool. Done. See how fast that was? It took me a grand total of like 30 seconds. Not even that, 20 something seconds. So what I'll do is I'll let this dry. So now I'm going to go in with this white pen, and I'm just going to begin kind of defining little shapes and creative areas. You don't need to spend a lot of time thinking about this. Just kind of go with whatever comes to your mind, or maybe you'll start to notice things within the paint that's actually guiding you, and just follow this and just pretty much trace and let your creativity go. The main thing for this that's so important is to just not judge, just let yourself do whatever and create whatever, and really kind of just step outside of what you think is good and what you think is bad in art. So I did this exercise for a year, and when I would do it, I would sit and I would watch the setting sun, and I would just do these every single night, the same spot by my window in Koreatown. And I would just do this over and over and over. And they always started off with this just kind of abstract work. And as I became more confident, I began to move into more complex things, and trying to really push myself. Um, I was also doing this left-handed, and I'm a right-handed artist, so that was even more of a challenge. That was an incredible learning experience on all different fronts, and kind of like really getting past the ego of creation and just letting myself explore and find these happy accidents. And this eventually like led me to finding my own style, and this prismatic style that was something that I had never painted in before. So I'm not too worried what this looks like. I have no clue what it's going to look like. I've done no planning. you saw I just slapped some paint down, experimented, and now I'm kind of adding these white lines all over the place and kind of being, I guess, selective as far as where I put them, but that's totally up to you. My pen seems to be running out of juice. So that's a good enough indicator for me to call this one done. The other thing that I would recommend doing is just signing your work. So just put a date on there, and we're the 12th today. Done. See how quick that was, and easy to experiment, fun to play with, and you can see where it goes. Pick out a color, a paintbrush, some water, and a little sketchbook. Working small like this is vital. You want to work small. If you work too large, you're going to kill the creativity process, and you're going to spend so much time trying to work the painting versus being able to work super tiny like this, and I can work incredibly fast. I hope this was informative to you guys. And if you'd like to learn a little bit more and learn some of my other favorite exercises for finding your own creativity, DM me the word creativity and I'll send you my free guide.